going on, Jerome's? The most noteworthy feature of the Vikings 2025 schedule is the back-to-back international games, week 4 and 5 respectively, against the Steelers and the Browns. Now, it's the first time in NFL history the team has played back-to-back games in 2 different countries, not in the United States, and sort of is what it is, right? Now, we did have our piss and moan fest earlier in the week, but at a certain point, you're just like, you play who you play where you play, and it doesn't matter. Like, no factor, going to kick somebody's ass. And guess what? It's like the Chiefs playing 8 non-noon games this or 8 primetime standalone games. Hey, if you want to be good, they want to see you in primetime. They want to see you in standalone games. They want to see you internationally and suffering from success, DJ Khaled style. Like, that's what the Vikings are going to do, right? So the Vikings in Dublin as well as London, familiar stomping grounds. There's a lot of things going on, namely the fact that the Vikings were all in on getting this thing done. Mike North, who is the NFL schedule czar, essentially, been doing the media rounds. Like, this is his Super Bowl. Once a year, talk about the schedule. It's good stuff, man. But North was on the Ross Tucker podcast talking about it and the Vikings' involvement. Quote, when we got into the international games, I basically reached out to all the teams and said, Vikings, you see the schedule. Pittsburgh's hosting a game in Dublin. You are a road opponent for the Steelers this year. There's a chance you could be chosen to go to Ireland. Subsequent phone call. Hey, Vikings, you're playing the Browns this year. They're hosting a game in London. You're a possible opponent to play the Browns in London this year. And it was actually Commissioner Goodell, shocker, who said, you think they want to do both? And I said, absolutely not, no chance. But I called the Wilfs and talked to him and went from open-minded to willing to kind of eager, and so kind of partnered up with them, figured out a way to innovate, try something new here. So basically, it could be a spot too where the Vikings were not given a choice, so they're just like, all right, we're gonna make the best of it. It's sometimes you have things in life that happen and you just got to roll with the punches. Maybe that's what the Vikings did, or maybe the Vikings were really all in on this. And right after it was officially official, Kevin Seifert, ESPN, and the beat writers, they spoke with ownership, spoke with Kevin O'Connell on a UK media chat, and basically just glowing stuff. Mark Wilf saying that London again, where the team has international marketing rights, was something we could not pass up. Well, you can't pass it up when they tell you that you're going. Then Kevin O'Connell talking about it, how the decision was made in conjunction with the team. Okay. All right. But there's a couple reasons here. And basically, it comes from our pro column and from our pros and cons earlier in the week. But why so eager to play these back-to-back games? The Vikings already have experience playing overseas. Historically, the Vikings do very well in England/Ireland, but the Vikings' regular season record 4-0. More importantly, Kevin O'Connell, the Vikings already played 2 London games during his first 3 seasons coaching. The Vikings are 2-0 in those spots, so they're experienced, like they know what's up. Also, more international exposure. Vikings are the UK. They do have marketing rights in the UK, which okay. Also, just getting more exposure, building up a fan base internationally increases the value of the team. So you can see why the Wolves are definitely all in on this. Plus, turning 2 road games into neutrals, especially tough places to play like Pittsburgh and Cleveland with the dog pound. That's huge. Also, if the Vikings didn't take these international games early, they could have ended up Pittsburgh, Cleveland late in the season, where weather definitely could be a factor. So that's part of it too. Also, the Vikings, training staff and just like player health staff, they're very good, even though they have made changes on the staff. But they will do acclimation right. Will they go over on Thursday? Will they go over in the beginning of the week 4? Will they stay in Ireland? Will they automatically go to London? Either way, they'll be fine, right? And there could be an edge against the Browns week 5 in terms of acclimation to the time zone. And with the bye week 6, the Vikings can reacclimate to Central Time, the only time zone that matters, before the week 7 game against the Eagles. Woo! At historic U.S. Bank Stadium. Oh, it's kind of nice to have games at home at noon. Yeah. Also, it's a fun trip for staff and families. Ireland, London, England, all that thing. Also, you just get a chance to whoop Rodgers' ass in a third country because he did it last year in England. You can do it now if and when he joins the Steelers in Ireland. You already did it many, many times in the great United States of America. That's right. Woo. That's right. That's what we're talking about here. Of course, also, the conspiracy we laid out earlier in the week. I think that they're just trying to get the world accustomed to, is like, oh, the Vikings, oh, they don't play in Minnesota, oh, they play in England, oh, they play in Ireland, oh, they play in Europe, oh, they do this. And then eventually, 15 years down the line, oh, you know what's decrepit? U.S. Bank Stadium. We know it just opened in 2016, but it might be time to build a new stadium or just move the team. And then eventually, we're the first team in Europe. We're in France. They changed the name to it's the Paris Gobers, or something like that. Or the London Vikings would be extremely ironic. Actually, the Paris Vikings would be ironic too. Read a book. Anyways, but overall, like, I get it. Like, you can either look at every problem as an opportunity or just piss and moan about it, right? And we got the bitch in our system, and now whatever. Hey, wherever the Vikings play, they're going to whoop some ass. It could be here, it could be Mars, it could be Tatooine. It does not matter. Like, wherever the Vikings play, we're going to whip somebody's ass. That's right, babe. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings very eager to play these back-to-back international games. First time in NFL history. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best to do. Skol, production value.